Wow.
Why are we so dark? Oh, that's
okay.
better.
So we look so crooked, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's fix that.
Why?
Why are we crooked?
Oh, that's better. That's better.
That's better?
Mm. Yeah, that's better.
Okay, that's better. Let's get situated here. Such a situation.
I can almost really read the chat, but not quite.
Oh yeah, let me.
But just a little bit.
See how much better this quality is?
It's this quality is so much better than our webcam.
Well, it's like the webcam via Zoom. When we integrate it, it's bad stuff.
Doesn't like us. But this looks good.
This looks
pretty damn good.
Let me just pull up our chat so we can see what's happening. Oh wait, I could just go to. Hold on. There's so many moving parts. And I'm talking to the mic like they can hear me.
All right.
Can you guys hear us?
Yeah, let us know if you can hear us okay.
I guess you'll let us know.
Yeah, because we don't even have there's no port to even put the Yeti on there, right?
No. Well, I have I could do that. Not now. Though.
Not now, but next time.
But next time, correct. Let me just go into here.
They say yes, we can.
You can hear us. Great.
It's not a onesie, it's a two-piece.
Okay, awesome. Let me just
It's very comfortable.
All right, I think okay, wow, this quality looks
really
much better compared to. I mean, if I were to show you our last live,
it's like pixels.
It's like yes, it's like pixels. Okay. All right. Let me just fix.
Oh, you're looking in there to fix it. I'm looking here, like.
Yeah. Okay. This is how we're gonna sit. All right. You posted it on social.
I posted on social. Let me just make sure.
It's like an experiment.
It is.
To see if anybody will come from the
fam on Instagram.
Outside.
Let me just make sure that the link worked. Looks good.
All right. Okay.
It's just taking a minute.
Just give it 5 minutes. Not even. That's a long time.
No, it's too many minutes.
It's too many minutes.
It's already 8:04.
Okay. We'll give it.
Mine's just. Oh, there we go.
2 minutes.
Oh yeah, the quality does look really good. Very good.
Very good.
And Samantha literally is texting at this moment.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, she emphasized. She always knows when we're together.
Tell her you're doing.
She should. I can't wait to have her on for season 2. Her and Bob.
Oh my God, Bobby's like, can I come on at every moment, at every second? I'm like, oh, boo-boo.
I wish he would send me some questions.
I prompted him.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, we're recording the finale, so please.
I know, and I wanted to talk to him about it, and then I realized that Randy had not finished, and I was like, can I just talk to Bobby in private for a minute?
Man.
So when we're on hiatus, we're
Randy
gonna catch up, and
All
Randy
right,
will be
catch up.
starting season 2 with us. So
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna get started.
Yay! Oh.
I just have to adjust my hand list.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back to Talkin Texas Forever, Friday Night Lights podcast. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Liz.
And here we are. We've reached the season 1 finale episode 22. State.
I smashed it with the finger in the air.
State!
We've made it.
We've made it.
Clear as full hearts.
So sweet. Original air date, April 11th, 2007. Written by Jason Katims. Directed by Jeffrey Reiner. Summary for this episode, the state championship. It's all come down to this one final game. The Dillon Panthers are gearing up for the state championship, and all eyes are on Coach Taylor. After growing speculation from everyone in town, the news finally spreads as to whether or not Coach is going to leave Dillon for his dream job at TMU.
So many tears, guys. So many tears.
How many times did you cry in this episode?
At least 5.
Right?
Like 5 separate scenes.
Yeah.
Multiple tears in each scene, but the 5 times worthy of tears.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure if you were by yourself, you'd be bawling.
I would have let it rip.
Yeah. When I watched this episode to prepare by myself, I was like ugly cry. And I told you last week that I think this is a perfect finale, and there's so many emotions and there's so many tears, and I think it's really beautiful.
It was perfect. And when we were done, I was almost like, wait, again? Like, is there more? And she's like, no, that's it. And I'm like, but there was no cliffhangers. And I'm like, I'm marinating. I'm like, there doesn't need to be.
Yeah. Well, Clear Eyes, Full Hearts
podcast.
They're like official rewatch podcast.
Yeah, guys.
But they talked about how they didn't know if they were coming back for season 1.
Makes
they didn't know if
sense.
they were coming back for season 2. Season 2, there's a writer's strike. So
And it's short.
Yeah, so when you think
Actually,
about
and season
that,
3 is short too. It's only 15 episodes. Correct me if I'm wrong. So
I don't know that off the top of my head.
Right?
So
it's gonna be quick.
it's going to be quick, and just the fact that I think this leaves it off where things could be answered. Things do not have to be answered. It's a
You're absolutely right.
perfect
Yeah.
wrap up. So the 4 words I gave you for this episode: pregnancy, offer, tickets, dream.
And aside feels.
That's right.
Aside feels.
A side of feels, like a side of fries,
Aside
a side of feels. You were so good with pregnancy. I loved your Lila prediction, and I just wanted to say the show, it's just not going to do that right now.
Do that. I'm so glad that it didn't.
Yeah.
And as soon as Tammy's like, I'm not going to be there, I'm like, yes, I did it. I predicted
But how
it.
did you call that right away?
Because I said it was only 2 options. In my true eyes, full hearts can't lose. I just said it had to be people who are sexually active. As of right now, Julie was not. Tyra, I just felt like we're not going to give it to her. There are other females. I mean, Grandma, she said she's past that menopause age, so I doubt it's going to happen to her.
Yeah.
It could have been Tyra's mom. It could have been, oh my God, Mindy. Why do I always forget her name? Mindy. But I was like, no, I don't think so. It's either going to be Tammy, and this is going to be the thing that's like the switch with Coach, or it's going to be Tyra, because Lila. My brain, Lila and Tyra, they're the same. They're the same in my brain.
Well, Tyra.
Lila, because of what happened with Jason, it could have been some drama.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we didn't go there.
All right, so let's start with pregnancy. Since we're on that. So Tammy ditches the rally. There's this big rally going on. They're getting amped because they're on their way to state, and gives Eric an excuse, but she really has to go to the doctor, Planned Parenthood, to see if she can take a pregnancy test. And they're like, we're booked for the day.
Wait, you have at-home tests. She's like, I'm not home. I can't go home.
And also the fact that she's like, I've never been late. I'm 6 days late. I don't think this is tacos, but I need to be sure.
Aww.
And then MVP, Queen Corinna, comes out. And she goes, I can help you
I'll help
right
you.
now. I'll take you in the
At
back.
this moment, yes.
And just,
Because she's Coach's wife. Sorry, the boiler just kicked on for those of you who were scared like me.
Also, we are live tonight. We
Yeah.
are streaming on YouTube. So if we make sudden noises and moves,
Yeah.
that's why.
Yeah, and hi to y'all in the chat.
Yes.
Welcome.
All right. So Corinna tells her, how pregnant do you want to be? Because you're very pregnant.
Oh, this is so. And then you find out that after Julie, she couldn't get pregnant again.
They tried 13 years ago, 12 years ago, 11 years ago, and
Ugh.
it just comes down to they were just happy that Julie was the
Julie
miracle.
there. Mhm.
And the fact that this is happening is
It literally is a
insane.
miracle.
It's also
Ugh.
insane, and I don't want to say it's awful timing. It's tough timing.
It just, there's never the right time to have a child. There's never the perfect time, as my mother says. She's always like, you don't know, because back and forth, oh, you want to have a house, there's never the right time for a child. So it's just a blessing. It's just a blessing that she's pregnant.
Yeah. And so she gets home, and Eric gets home. He's like, where were you? I tried to talk to you this morning and this afternoon. And she's like, I really got to tell you something. But he's like, I got to go catch a bus.
It can wait.
She's like,
I love you. It can wait.
I'll tell you in Dallas. So, excuse me, Ajita's coming through.
Every time we do this podcast, the Ajita just skyrockets. It's every podcast because, guys, we work 9 to 5. We come home and we shove food in, like pile it in so quickly, and the gas just builds up, and then we have to talk for an hour, and it just comes out.
It's like if I'm talking a lot, I get the agita. If you get talking a lot, gossip girl, you get agita.
We just get it.
Anyway,
You're here for the ride.
Everybody is on their way to state, and so Tammy and Julie are trying to make their way there, and Julie's just questioning Tammy of like, well, can I come visit in August for 4 weeks, and can we make this work, and I want to stay in Dillon, and Tammy snaps at her, probably because she's
too much information.
Yeah, and also like, I don't know what's going to happen in 6 months, so please stop.
And then I realized too, we don't actually get to see Julie find out unless we open that up next time, but
right.
I would have loved to see her have a reaction to, I'm going to have a new sibling.
And it's quite an age gap.
And a 15-year age gap.
Yeah.
Almost 16 probably years.
So Tammy does end up telling Eric before the game, because he comes home from a dinner, which he gives a speech, and he's a little frustrated, which we'll get into that.
Yeah.
But in the hotel room on the balcony, she tells him.
With like the city skyline, it was so pretty.
And he just laughs and he says,
"You're kidding.
Say that to me.
How many?
Look me in the eye."
He needed the confirmation like 10 times. Like, are you serious? Wait, are you serious?
And he just laughs and says, "I love you."
It was so great. And she starts to cry. Alyssa starts to cry. Everyone's crying.
Everyone.
It was
perfection. Perfection.
This couple, guys. This couple
might be my favorite.
Might be my couple.
What?
I'm sure we're due for some turmoil down the road, but like, don't break up a couple. They're fine, right? Like, I love.
Yeah,
this
I
couple.
mean, I know like every podcast or every
They're
show.
like, get over it.
No, not. I wasn't gonna say is that I know I said this on OC. Like Sandy and Kirsten are my OG.
Sandy and Kirsten are also
but
phenomenal.
These two, I think,
mm-hmm.
dare I say, kind of take the cake.
I think you're right.
They are.
I think you're right. Mm-hmm.
They're so good. Okay, so Mike wants to know, if you were in Tammy's position, would you have told Coach before or after the game?
I think I would have not been able to keep it to myself for that long. I think I would have had to tell him. I would have had to tell him. And also I feel like it gave him like a way different perspective on how I'm going to just approach this next day of my life. Like, oh my God, I have a kid on the way. I am going to be a father again. My whole life is changing. So I think it was kind of like the spark he needed to say, I know things are changing. I'm okay with this decision, but also maybe I should be thinking about my family.
Right.
Things are going to have to change.
Right. Yeah.
Tough.
Let's go into tickets. So everyone in this town obviously is going to watch the Dillon Panthers play at Cowboy Stadium, right?
Right.
So
it's huge.
So Tyra invites Landry to go with her because she got really good tickets from Tim.
Right.
So she thinks. And Landry thinks...
miscommunication.
Yeah, well, Landry thinks it's just going to be the two of them. On the other side of that, Matt is trying to get Landry to drive his grandma to the game. And Landry's like, no, I'm planning like a romantic drive.
With erotic chocolate.
It's just, this is my moment to shine. Tim ends up giving his tickets, the good ones, to Jackie and Bo. Which, Mr. Riggins, he gave the speech to Tyra. Let's just be friends. You always need support from her. And she's like, do you even know what it's like to be a friend?
He doesn't know how to follow through.
And
he's not a follow througher.
He gives the tickets to Jackie.
Because he wanted Bo to be happy.
Which I get.
Respect to that, but also you probably forgot you gave Tyra the tickets, but then he defends himself saying you don't even like football anyway.
Which is fair, but also it's like,
don't say it then.
She just wanted something nice for once, and you did offer it to her. She's kind of like a doormat, constantly walking
absolutely,
all over her whenever it's convenient for you.
Yeah.
So he's like, fine, here, I have 4 tickets. They're nosebleed seats. So Landry shows up to pick her up, only to find out that Angela and Mindy are coming with lots of luggage.
Lots of luggage. It's an overnight or 2 nights, if that. I mean, been there, right, ladies? Like, you overpack. You never know if you're gonna need the jeans, the skirt, the leggings.
You need layers.
You need different clothes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So this car ride is
great.
hysterical. Angela's in the front seat.
Perfect.
She's eating all the chocolates.
She gets nauseous, which that's me. I always have to sit.
She's eating all the chocolates and feeling tingly inside. She also
She's
is
like snuggling over
premenstrual too.
I feel you, girl.
So then they drive by the bus station and they see Grandma.
She was gonna take the bus.
But like Landry at first was like, no, but now he's like, well, I can't just leave her.
Right.
I see it, right?
Right. I see her at the bus stop. I can't just pass her by. I'm a good Christian boy.
And so Tyra's like, Grandma Saracen, and she's like, Tyra, is that you? Did you bring the booze?
Oh my God, this is so cute. It's so cute. It's so
cute. So good.
I loved it.
So they're driving and they're singing Lady Marmalade and they're talking about all the girl things. And Lila, who is driving a broken down car because she gave her new car back to Buddy, which she's like, I'm not talking to you anymore.
Yeah.
Howard to Lila.
Respect to that.
Her car breaks down.
Because she bought a cheapo.
Right? Landry sees this. It's the Christian thing to do.
Can't leave her.
And so
Tyra's like, no, go.
Right. He tells Tyra, you get out and talk to her.
Yeah.
Why do you think he asked her?
I think because she rolled down the window and she's like, hey, slutty cheerleader or something, like get in the car. And so when Lila saw that, she was like, oh, I'm not getting in the car with her. So Landry's like, you make it right. Go and get her. It's the
Christian thing to do.
Yeah, go tell her, like, you want her in the car. And they had it out, but it was for a good reason.
Yeah, and pretty much called each other out of all the things they have done. They apologized.
Yeah.
Which felt good to both.
It felt good for me.
Yeah. Keely says, which car would you want to ride into Dallas? Landry's, Tammy's, the bus. I think those were the main cars we saw. All the parents were there.
Landry's.
Landry,
absolutely.
100%. Give me that car.
Yeah, sang all the tunes with Grandma.
Eat the chocolate.
Angela and eat the
Grandma
chocolate.
had chocolate on her lips.
It was all.
It's
she
just
had chocolate lipstick.
It's amazing. That scene was so good.
Like doo-doo.
Do you think Billy gave Bo and his mom a ride to the game?
Probably. That makes sense because they were also sitting together. I guess because they were given seats.
Right.
Makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, that would be. And plus, they're neighbors.
Right.
It all makes sense.
Yeah.
Niles right now, guys, is hysterical. If we could move the camera, you would see him. It is so funny. I have to take a picture.
Yeah. Vic wants to know, what's your favorite choice of snack for road trips? For me, it's always chips.
I always anything.
Yeah. What
everything.
have we gotten? We have traveled. We've done many car trips together.
Hot Cheetos, and then the stomach acid is not good after hot Cheetos.
I feel like we always get coffee.
Always coffee. Maybe a bagel or a roll. Or a croissant, something like that. Amy's always big into the croissant.
She loves the croissant. Yeah, always. Amy loves that.
She loves that buttery goodness.
Pretzels.
Yeah. Pretzels. Bagels, coffee. When I was younger, my sister and I always would get, I feel like I've talked about this before, but I would always get the shelled sunflower seeds, salted, and I would just spit in a baggie or like in a napkin, and just like throw it out at the end. Or the pull and peel licorice.
Ugh.
Yeah, and I know Michelle's not big into
I don't mean to judge that. That like came out without me being able to control it.
I didn't feel the judgment. And we would like tie it and like eat it weird ways, or like the sour not the sour straws, but like it was like the strip with the rainbow in it, and it was sour.
Yeah,
I used to eat that too. I don't know, but I always pick sunflower seeds. It's weird.
It's really hard to find. Not to be that, but a healthy snack.
No, there's no.
So usually I'll try to get pistachios.
Pistachios is a great. Any type of nut that's not like salted. That's not
sweet.
Honey roasted or like canola oil. I don't want to go into this.
No,
I'm taking it on a different path.
Yeah.
It is hard to find a healthy snack.
And always gets pizza combos.
Yeah. Oh, I used to love not pizza combos, but like cheap cheddar with a pretzel.
Yeah,
that was my favorite.
Yeah. I don't remember if last week I said Ant was going to join us.
I think you did, but obviously he's not here.
Yeah.
Because we had to switch things around because of my work schedule.
That's okay. He's going to be here for season 2 premiere.
There we go.
Yes.
Balance.
All right. So let's continue on towards the end, just to wrap up Lila's storyline. After the game, she throws her cheerleading stuff in the garbage.
I felt this was coming. This is cathartic for her. Like,
she needs a change.
My life here, that as I know it, it's done. I need something different, and I much respect.
Tyra finds her doing this
again. Very sad.
Calls her out on it. but also agrees with it. And then Lila asks, hey, do you want to ride home with me? In what car?
Yeah.
Lila.
In what car?
Your car broke down. But
right. Unless,
details.
did someone drive her back to get it? She got it fixed.
Maybe. Let's assume that.
Something like that, right?
Lisa says, I can see Tyra and Lila becoming friends, but I'm not looking forward to it. I know you are excited for Lila and her standing up for herself, but I still don't like her. Shrug emoji. Lisa, love all the opinions. We got lots of questions. If you want to answer it now or make predictions, let me know.
I'll just go off right there.
A lot of people want to know, do you think these two are going to become friends in season 2?
I mean, I already predicted that I thought they were friends, and then they had a falling out, and then they came, and then they're going to come back together. But, yeah, I think they're going to make the best of friends. I feel like it'll be weird to have Julie, Tyra, and Lila. I feel like that trio is not mixing because of the Julie, but I like Julie and Tyra. I would like Julie and Lila, but like the three of them is kind of confusing to me. Like their dynamics. But then again, this is the show. They're the 3 main female leads of the children.
Right.
So why can't we all hang out?
Why can't we?
I would love to see, we love friendship. How many times are we going to say we love friendship on these shows that we watch? So I can see them developing a stronger friendship. And I think they're all going to need each other some way.
Yeah.
So I look forward.
It also was confirmed.
Lila, she's grown on me. So.
She is. Yes, I agree with you. But it was also confirmed because a couple episodes back, and maybe it was towards the beginning of our podcast and watching, there was this question of, do Jason and Tyra have a past? They do not.
They don't, but
Lila
said you always seem to be flirting with Jason, like forever.
But that's who she is. And she flirts with everyone.
But that's me.
She owned up to it.
I owned it. Yeah. So they did it. And therefore that means that I guess Lila and Tyra didn't have a friendship.
They did not.
No. So there's always time for some, Yeah.
All right, let's move on to Dream. Dream is a big theme.
Yeah.
In this episode, obviously. Okay, so Panthers got their dream. They're going to state. They're also talking to the reporters, and they're talking about voodoo. And the way they handle it, because when you have Matt and Smash talk about voodoo, they handle it with grace, even Street of they doesn't say anything bad about him. Voodoo, on the other hand, will talk about Matt. He's going to squish him like a flea.
He's like, yeah, I used to play with him. I know how he is.
Yeah. Back at home, Eric questions Julie, did you tell Matt I got the job at TMU? We know she did.
Yeah, she finally has to admit it. And then she's like, I'm not even sorry. Like, it's not my problem anymore. I'm like, you're right, it's not your problem.
So
how could you not tell your boyfriend?
Right.
He has to expect this.
But was it appropriate? And it all worked out, we know, but was it appropriate to tell him right before this huge game?
I think she had no other option. She was upset, said it. This is the reality of it. And you know what? This kid has a lot on his plate anyway. It's just another thing he has to juggle. Like, oh shit, now my girlfriend's potentially going to move away from me. And I also have state.
And my coach is leaving.
And my coach is leaving. Right. So, I think just poor timing, but I don't think she could have held it in. Just like Tammy, you can't hold these things in from your partner.
Right. Yeah. It's tough because Matt, is feeling that abandoned feeling. He's not telling his teammates.
No, and he's alone in it too.
He's alone in it, and the team finds out in a really shitty way because out on the field, Eric gets questioned, how are you feeling after accepting that position at TMU?
This is terrible. This was the worst way.
And the whole team overhears this.
Worst.
Ouch. It's really, really...
It's disappointing. I would have been really upset and been like, wow, that's like a slap in the face that you didn't even tell us. We had to find out this way.
That's the shitty part.
Right.
That is the shitty part.
Yeah.
Later, they have a dinner together, and Buddy comes up to Eric, and Eric cuts him off, and he says...
Because he's used to Buddy's shit.
Oh, sure. And he says, before you say anything, I just want to let you know, I took this job with the hopes of a 5-year commitment. after the first loss, you were about to write me off.
You were going to kick me off,
You were trying to get rid of me. And so do not blame me for taking this position. And Buddy says, I just wanted to say I was going to miss you. Do we believe this? Do you think Buddy really was going to say these? I think so.
I think he was. I think this was the moment of all moments for Buddy to be like, yeah, actually, I'm being decent in this moment. You know, Eric just assumed that he was going to say something shitty, which I assumed as well. Like, everyone assumes that of Buddy.
Yeah.
Because that's Buddy. Maybe he will make a turnaround. He seemed to want to patch things up with Lila, but...
I'd hope so. That's your daughter.
I know. But it's going to take him a little bit.
Eric makes a speech. He says, I don't like the press. I'll cut right to it. I did take this job, but I want you to know we all have dreams.
Right, this is mine, and you can all relate. Like, your dream was to go to state right now.
And I took you
and that
there.
was mine.
And I still care about you.
Right.
Even Julie, she even says when her and Matt are having a conversation, you know, Matt brings it up of how it's pretty shitty that he's leaving the team, and she's like, yeah, but all he does is care about you guys.
Right. She's like, all he talks about is football. All he does all day is watch it and talk about you guys.
Yeah.
Like, this is his life. So I think Julie is also coming to terms with it too. Like, how am I supposed to be mad about it when this is my dad's dream?
Matt goes to talk to Coach, which actually nothing is said, and Coach just says to him that I hope you understand my decision, and also I know that you're upset with me, but I hope one day if you have a family, you will understand this.
Did you think Matt was going to say something?
I do.
What do you think he was going to say?
I think he was going to say how upset he was.
Right, like, how dare you?
And not even how dare you, because he's so respectful.
Right, in a respectful Matt way.
But just disappointed.
Yeah, like, I'm really disappointed that you didn't tell us that you were going to take this, and this is my first year and your first year, like, us together, and I'm just disappointed that this is not going the way that I hoped.
Right.
But he didn't say any of that. He just let Coach talk, and then was just like, okay, and walked away.
To put an offer here, we're just going to combine the two. Offer had to do with voodoo. So all the boys,
I did not expect
the whole team is hanging out in the lobby after dinner, and you have Voodoo approach Smash and say, hey, why don't you come play with me in West Cam? We will fucking kill it. They'll hook you up with a nice pool.
You're going to go to the best college on scholarship.
We're unstoppable. What do you say? And Smash is like, no, I'm a Panther.
Yeah. Did you have any hesitation? I thought maybe he was going to think about it for a second.
Smash, and here's the thing, right? So here's this discussion of dream. We know Smash's dream is to go far.
Yeah.
We want him to go far.
Yeah. However that's achieved,
right? And so...
just like Coach, like, he's allowed to leave. Why aren't you?
And Coach's dream has always been to... obviously, you want to go up, so to coach college football.
Right.
So you should be able to achieve that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then you have Smash, who says no to Voodoo and his offer, which I'm like, Voodoo, how you can recruit? I'm sorry. Do you have that power?
Right.
I don't think so, but maybe they would, like, work it out. It would also look super fishy.
Yes, it is super fishy.
I don't know how that really would have worked.
Legal. Just like how they got Voodoo wasn't legal.
Yeah, no. And all of that just got kind of, like, pushed under the rug with that. But it's just this I don't know, like, if everyone could just understand that dreams mean something, and if the team can understand that, but like you said, they're 16.
And they're 16.
17.
And I would have been sad. I think I'm trying to put myself in those kids' shoes. Like, you know, I did have a team at that point, and if I think my dance, like, coach was going to leave us, I think, I would have been like, wow, really? You're going to go teach somewhere else? And then, like, that happened a bunch of times with all of my teachers there. Like, not the owner, but a lot of my teachers were just like, okay, like, because they would choreograph in the city. They would choreograph in Connecticut. They were like, that's what, like, we were just on rotation.
Did you understand that, or were you hurt?
Yeah, no, I was just like, you get your coin.
Okay, good.
I was like, okay with that. But, like, my direct, like, the owner, I don't know if she was like, I'm going to close my doors or something, I would have been like, oh, wow. Well, that really sucks.
Yeah.
And I would be mad. But then again, what if she was like, I'm going to do amazing things with that? Like, I should be happy for her.
I know.
So,
it's tough.
It sucks.
The Panthers start out rough, which you predicted. We all predicted,
I
right?
predicted the shit out of that whole game.
Smash hurts his shoulder.
They pop it back into place, no problem.
Oh, he plays through the pain.
Successfully, very successful.
Coach believes Matt and Smash. They come to him with a play. This play works out. It's beautiful.
I love the way the camera just zooms in on Eric's green eyes. They're so dreamy.
Yeah. The Panthers win. And it's a beautiful win.
Oh, and everyone's crying, and it was so sweet.
I was
so
crying. We were screaming when they won. You would think this was a live game right now. Listen, I were like, yes!
Right. I know. The boys, if they were home, they'd probably been like, what happened?
And I would be like, the Panthers won.
Yeah.
Mike wants to know, at first, did you expect them to win the game?
I had predicted last week I knew they were going to win the game, because how do you come all this way and not? I felt it was quite predictable for them to be losing in the first half, break, coach give them a speech, bring them back up, and they win.
Yeah.
If they didn't, I thought it would come down to extremely close scores, and maybe they would have been like happy with the fact that they kind of brought it so close from going so being so low.
Right.
But no, I knew they were gonna win.
Yeah.
They had to have won.
The after victory, we have obviously Coach and Tammy hug and kiss. Jason and Coach hugging, shaking hands. Jason looking out at his parents. I mean, crying. Oh my gosh, to just come so far, Jason.
Yeah, full circle. Literally full circle. The
so
first
far.
episode, this poor kid's life is completely changed forever.
Yeah.
And then he's back on the field in a different way, but still winning state with them. It's perfect. So poetic.
Team.
Yeah.
We have Smash and Riggins hug.
What? Who are you?
What? I think in the chat we were all like, wait. Did our eyes playing tricks on us?
Yeah, it was really sweet.
Those two to come together.
Finally.
So after the game, Eric goes back to the room. He shows off his new championship hat, and he sits Tammy down. He says, listen, everything's in perspective. You're my dream. The baby's my dream. Julie's my dream.
I'm not going anywhere.
I'm not going. I'm staying. And Tammy says, no, absolutely not. And yes, Tammy.
Yeah, she's like, I'm not going to have you resent me and this baby because you didn't pursue your dream. And also, this is what you should be doing.
Right. And also the fact of the matter is, Dylan's my dream. Julie's got dreams here in LA.
Right.
We will make this work. All of our dreams will come together and work.
Yeah. How are we going to make this work?
They'll make it work.
I know, but they're thinking for the next 3 years, they're going to make this work. It's how could they do this for 3 years and not want to pull their hair out of their head? I don't know. We'll see.
Vic wants to know, if you were Tammy after finding out you were pregnant, would you still tell Eric to go without you? Or would being pregnant change things?
I mean, I'm sure it changes things.
You know what? I think if I were Tammy, knowing me, and I am an independent, but I'm also very much respect my partnership. I would take Tammy's stance and I'd be like, no, I have my own life. We will make this work for as long as we can.
As long as we can.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, because you don't want your partner not to pursue their dream. And she's saying, my dream is here and Julie's dreams are here for now. So,
having a new baby though, having a new baby.
It's really hard to have, you're going to have a newborn baby and Julie can help you some of the time. It's going to be really hard. Really freaking hard.
Yeah.
So, ooh.
I know. Niles is just on his back. If anyone follows our Instagram, you will see Daily Niles. If you like cats, Daily Niles footage on the pink couch.
Right now he's living his best
upside down
life.
Foot bend. Like the foot bend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, legs wide open too.
Always.
Everything's
spread
good there.
Okay, so the team, they get back to Dillon, they have their championship parade. We have slow-mo montage, everyone's celebrating. After, there's the announcer, Slam Sammy, and he's saying, is Coach just an opportunist? He wins this game, then he takes this job, he just wants to move up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course this gets in his head.
Yeah, because why wouldn't it?
He walks into the field house. Jason is already coaching.
I'm obsessed with
He overhears Jason saying, take a knee. Y'all feel like champions right now. It means nothing.
Yeah, tomorrow's a new day. You're not going to be the champions. We got to work. Here's your summer schedule. Blah, blah, blah. Like, it was so, poetic.
So good. But the best part, in my opinion, when Coach walks in, Matt starts the standing ovation.
He's like, actually, I really respect you. So thank you.
And they clap.
Very special. Again, tears.
So good.
Again, so many tears.
This episode is.
And that's how it ended, right?
That's
With
how
the
it
box.
ended.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you were like, no!
Yeah, I almost was like every time, and I've said it every week, but I feel like robbed when we get the final black screen because there's multiple scene changes where the screen goes black, and I always get excited. Michelle's like, it's not over yet. And I'm always like, oh my God, I get so scared that it's over. And then this time and it's always the final scene that it is over, and I'm still like, just a tiny bit more. It's the quickest 44 minutes of my life.
It's so true.
It's awesome.
Kim says this episode was so good. The high school
good.
that my brother went to before we moved won state one year.
Awesome.
We drove to Atlanta, the Falcon Stadium, now known as Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Cool.
It was such a cool experience. Somehow my dad was able to get a ring. My freshman year of high school, we made it back to the Falcon Stadium, but sadly we didn't win.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what it's like to experience something like this. I didn't grow up with all that sports. Our team didn't go anywhere. We've talked about this before.
Yeah, we didn't have
it's not like
football wasn't huge like it is here.
No.
In this show, I mean.
Keely says they loved the finale, loving Lila's growth and her independence, and Jason as a coach is awesome.
Yes.
I was with Liz and really hoping Timbo's mom's storyline wouldn't make it past season 1. Will it be back in season 2? That's my question for you.
I said to Michelle off mic, I'm like, if we don't mention Waverly in this episode, they're just going to have her next season's, she's not going to be next season, they're just going to say, oh, Waverly moved. She had to go get seek treatment or something. So while I hope for that's going to be the case, I don't know if they're going to do that with Bo and Jackie, because Bo and Tim have a very close-knit relationship right now, and you can see even Billy, like, they're all getting involved with him. So I don't think I hope that the relationship is done, but I feel like we're going to keep seeing Bo and Jackie. Not that I like it. I don't like it. I don't need it. Bo is a cute kid, don't get me wrong. I love his little thing with Tim, and I love that it brings the softer side out of Tim, but I don't need it, for sure.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff with Tim that I need to.
We just need him in the backwards hat.
Yeah, just be in the backwards hat, sit on a float. Don't anyone touch him. Lila, don't get in there. Jackie, get out. Just goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little selfish.
Yeah.
In that way. But I guess, yes, I do predict them to be in next season to some capacity, but I hope it's not romantic.
Mike says, any predictions if any characters are on the island?
I think Waverly's on the island.
Do you want to confirm?
Yeah.
Yes. Are there any other characters?
Is Jackie and Bo on the island?
No.
Or I should say, are Jackie and Bo?
They are not.
Okay. Voodoo?
Yes.
Okay. I feel like that's really it, right? Is there anyone else I'm leaving out that is on the island that you don't want to give me? No. All right. So Waverly, what kind of some bullshit?
There's one person. No, I'm actually gonna keep my mouth
Save
shut
it.
for
Save
that.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it Pam? Is Pam? I feel like why would they do that with Lila's parents?
I don't think Pam.
Anyway, okay. So Voodoo and Waverly.
Bye, friends.
Oh, look at me though with that prediction.
It's just sad for Waverly, like her character.
It is.
Like, again, the writers did not know what to do.
They didn't know what to do.
According to Clear Eyes, Full Hearts, that podcast, and Derek and Stacey talk about it. They did, the writers were like, we don't know what to do with these characters, but I thought Waverly was a really good character, and they could have done more with that.
They could have done way more with that.
Yeah,
towards the end with the whole hall pass. We didn't even need to do that. It got weird.
Yeah. Will and Jess, in the same vein of question, did Coach Taylor take the college job?
Yeah, I think he did.
So you think it's actually happening?
I don't see how it's not. Tammy said, no, you were going. You're going.
Okay. Is Jason a paid coach next year for the Panthers?
I hope so. I think he's going to follow through with the GED and be graduated. And I'm going to get an assistant coach job or whatever title they could give him, I guess, at that point. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay. Jake Holuth I think I'm pronouncing your name, on Instagram. I apologize, so thank you for submitting your question. Favorite storyline thus far? I want to say to date, but you only know season 1. So
Okay, favorite storyline.
Mhm.
Anything Tyra.
Yep.
I think it's like, I honestly think it's Tyra. This is great. I think it's like the whole development of her character. Let's get her to go somewhere, but beyond the Colette line of women, and just soften her a bit. Like, the world is not out to get you all the time. You don't have to put on this front of someone that maybe you don't want to be. So just Tyra in general, her entire character is like my favorite storyline.
I agree. That's mine too.
Aside of like seeing where Jason goes, like seeing the entire path. Towards the end, it got rocky because of the whole Susie debacle, but I still do love him as a character.
Well, just proud, right?
I'm very proud. I'm also really proud of Matt. I think he's come such a long way since the first time we met him. And he's super confident now as a QB, and that's really great to see. And I also, I can go on and on and on. I'm like, I also really like Smash, and obviously I liked him.
Smash!
Like, Smash
These
is
characters.
they're all great. I just want to see more. That's all. I just want to see more in everyone, and I look so forward to seeing this Tammy pregnancy thing, because I'm sure it's going to be a hoot.
It will be a hoot.
And she's going to be the hottest pregnant woman I think I've ever seen on television.
Yeah. Kelsey, she asks, which show was easier to get into the first season, One Tree Hill or Friday Night Lights?
Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
150,000%.
You know, I don't remember.
I don't remember that either. Like, sorry guys. I remember us critiquing One Tree Hill in a way that I almost want to go back and critique it.
I agree with you.
In a way
I want to
where
do that too.
I have a perspective of a 33-year-old and not a 20, however old I was, 27, something like that. Just different. This is so good. Not that One Tree Hill is not. Completely different as far as drama and levels of
relatability, I
yes,
think. Character
this
development.
Is way more relatable, even though that small town is supposed to be like, you know, the people represented in the show, even though it's not. But this is just way more easy to get into. Everyone's so, for the most part, likable. The storylines are very realistic. And where One Tree Hill was rough, because we were going in with knowing that this is someone's favorite show, Ingrid's favorite show, and so many people's favorite show. And us not knowing what to expect, like, whatsoever. And I think because we're seasoned at teen dramas now, it's easier to just totally immerse in this.
Right. And I think also with One Tree Hill, I did not take it seriously.
Not
that you should take a TV show when you're watching it seriously,
but this aspect, the discussion aspect, was not as serious.
It wasn't as serious. And One Tree Hill is so easy to binge.
So good.
I mean, the characters, but like, there were so many issues I had with that the first season, even though I love it. But like, even though I love Brooke now, we got a lot, but I hated Brooke.
We got a lot.
I hated Brooke season 1. We both did. I didn't understand it. I did not agree with Nellie getting married.
Yeah.
It was just like so many things that bothered me.
I know. And then having like the retrospect of listening to Drama Queens, which you
amazing.
Absolutely should if you love One Tree Hill.
If you're not listening to that,
even if you don't like One Tree Hill, just listening to these 3 women are incredible. Yeah. But hearing how they talk about the issues at hand, and I'm like, oh my God, that's a discussion we should have been having, but we didn't. And like, we can't go back.
We can't go back.
If you like that podcast, thank you so much. But it's not our best work, and I think
not.
we can agree.
I'm not. I don't know if I'm proud of it.
I'm not proud of it either. I'm proud of our babies, but I'm not proud of who I was like 1 through 6, maybe.
But I will say this: I was genuine. What you got is like a raw reaction,
right? But it's maybe not my grown perspective. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
If I were to watch it now for the first time, it would have been a different conversation.
Yeah.
It's okay, guys.
It's okay.
I got it wrong, real?
Yeah, but it's the truth. And also, I think I had such, I was constantly comparing it to the OC because to me, the OC is my favorite. Everybody knows that. And so I was like, oh my God, like the OC is so much better than Montreal season 1. Like, there's no comparison.
Yeah. Well,
but there's all love for all, right? And
totally.
At this point, and I loved rewatching Montreal with Ant and hearing his perspective.
Yeah, and even just talking with like Dom and Simon and Lex, and we were like, oh God, this show is so good.
It is so good. They have great characters too.
They do. It's just this show, to go back full circle, like this show is just a lot easier to completely immerse yourself in because we've been doing this for a really long time. Like we just knew how to do it.
Yeah.
To watch it as a critiquer.
That's the thing.
And not as I'm just watching to watch.
And I told you, like, I started Friday Night Lights with Ant and I didn't get into the pilot.
No. And you were like, also, like, I've never even thought about who, like, my favorite couple was. Obviously.
So, like, depending on where your headspace is will depend on how you're going to like a certain show. One Tree Hill, we went in to do a podcast and it was Ingrid's favorite. So that, like, had that perspective. All the outside influences definitely make a difference when you're starting a show.
Absolutely. So yeah.
Moving on. Music in this episode: Dirty Blonde, Tony Luca, LCD Sound System, Star Sailor, Drive by Truckers, Leading Marmalade, obviously with Christina Loken, My Pink, The Vacancies. Okay, favorite quote.
I had delicate erotic chocolate.
Did you bring booze?
And I also really liked It's Up to Us Now. Like the boys saying, like, it's not about Coach, it's us. Right. I did not write down MVP and shittiest, but I will say it.
Okay, my MVP.
Hold on.
Search.
And within me. Okay. I got it.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1, Matt.
That's a good choice.
That's a really good one.
That's a really good choice. I chose Matt simply because where we started with him, so much growth.
Yeah.
In these final couple of episodes, like he really came into himself, and he's really become like, I mean, he's always been so adult. Even though he's got like immature feelings, he's like still such an adult because of the things that he's been put in for these past few years. Like he's a caretaker and he had to become an adult at a very young age. So just like the way he respects Coach and respects everyone, and how he talked about voodoo in such like a graceful way. He embodies just grace. He's never really, I know he's had a couple of rough patches, but like he never lets me down usually.
Do you think it's him or, well, wait, hold on. Let me backtrack because I'm cutting myself off.
Do you think it's the actor Zach?
No. Corinna, Eric Panthers, and Taylor. Well,
Corinna also.
Coach Panthers.
Amazing choice.
Chose Corinna for helping Tammy. What I was going to say is MVP for this season.
Yeah.
Do you think it's Matt? Do you think it's Jason?
I think it's Matt.
I think it's Matt too.
Even though I think if I would have told you maybe like 5 or 6 weeks ago, it would have been Jason for me. But these, like I said, guys, these last couple kind of changed my opinion on Jason in a good way. Like everyone needs to have some sort of, you can't be one note. You can't be like always the nice guy. And Matt is like always a nice guy, but in such even though Jason's humble, he's not. Like a little bit, he's kind of like, but I am the best. Where Matt's like, no, I've become, like, it wasn't handed to him, for sure. Initially, I guess it was, because he was QB.
He kind of fell into it.
Too.
Yeah, I think Matt deserves MVP for season 1.
I can agree with that.
Let's go into shittiest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right.
3, 2, 1,
Riggins. We had votes for Voodoo. We had votes for Buddy. Riggins. You know what? As much as I
Riggins is a little shitty.
Heart you, Riggins. I don't like the fact that you gave your tickets away. I understand wanting to give it to Bo and caring, but then you just again, Tyra who?
Right.
I don't like that.
I mean, I think I have to say that Buddy was probably my shittiest overall the whole season.
Right. So shittiest of the season would give to Buddy.
Buddy, yeah.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Matt and Buddy. Yeah, I think those are great choices.
Matt and Buddy.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Let's go into a booster of the week. Who are we supported by this week, Liz?
Woo!
Yeah.
We come back from the cheering from our aunt's music. I chose a brand new pledge. Goes by the name of Evan.
Hey,
so welcome,
Evan.
I titled you Evan Almighty because
cute.
what a pleasure to have gotten such a wonderful, welcoming, lover pledge. Like, we got such a nice email from you. We just wanted to shout you out and say thank you so much for pledging with us. We can't wait to hear more about your love for the OC. Hopefully you were listening to other podcasts. It would be great if you did.
I know.
If not, it's cool too. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Evan. And if you've made it here, hello.
Yes.
I plugged when I was responding to his email. I said, we also podcast our Friday Night Lights and Gossip Girl. You're into that. More so Friday Night Lights maybe come over. I don't know if we could do Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would be his thing. But thank you, Evan, if you are listening to this.
Yeah.
Another patron, I want to shout out Jacqueline for her birthday.
Happy birthday,
girl.
girl.
This month. So very happy birthday to Jacqueline. Okay, Liz, let's pick our final emoji for this episode. I mean, should we do like the championship, like the trophy?
The trophy. Yeah, we could do the trophy. That's good.
So send us the trophy emoji. If this is your first time listening, which would be super weird if you started here. We give an emoji to pair with the episode. We want you to send us an Apple Podcast review, submit it, send us a DM, send us an email. All you have to do is pop in that emoji just so we know you're listening.
Yeah, and like that's a pretty good emoji to put in an Apple Podcast review. I'm just saying.
This podcast is the MVP.
Is the MVP
of all podcasts.
Of Friday Night Lights podcasts out there.
And so forth.
Mm-hmm.
5 stars.
That's a good title, I think.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm actually not going to give you the title for season 2.
Can I tell you my Connie Britton story?
Yes!
It's a very short story.
So forget I said all of that because I didn't want to go into like, I want you making predictions.
No, okay. So let me tell you my Connie Britton story.
Okay.
And then I also want to just read off our Patreon pledges.
Yes.
Because
I did not forget about that.
Okay, they're important people.
Yeah.
So it's not really like an exciting story, but one of my patients, I think he's definitely has some sort of dementia. But he came into the office and he's like, which one of you girls are the ones I'm going to marry? And we just laughed it off, and then he's like, who's Connie Britton? And I'm like, what? Like me standing up. I'm like, Connie Britton? The queen herself? He's like, yes, Connie Britton. She works here. She's the one I'm going to marry. And I'm like, what are the chances of that? Connie Britton works here and she's the one you're going to marry. And he's like, yes, you know her? And I was like, I love her. And Erica, my coworker, is like, who's Connie Britton? I'm like, I like rolled my chair back. I'm like, who's Connie Britton? So I pull her up and I'm like, Nashville, Friday Night Lights. Like, look at her. She's gorgeous. And she's like, oh, I know her. And I'm like, this is the queen herself. And I'm like, what are the chances that he said Connie Britton? Out of all celebrities, he could have said, but like, why did that stick in his brain?
That's so weird.
And I was like, that is weird. And I felt like I should tell all of our Friday Night Lights people that like 80-year-old men love Connie Britton too.
Well, everybody loves Connie
Everyone
Britton.
loves Connie Britton.
Who doesn't like Connie Britton?
She's the queen. And guys, we are going to get a large picture of Connie Britton posing as Tammy Taylor, and we're going to put a big nice crown on her, and she's going to go on our wall in the studio because we're going to have all of our ladies represented, but she is, I think, like literally the top queen.
Yeah, it's hard to find art. I've been saving some custom art for the office because we want to showcase all our lovely ladies of our podcast. It's hard to find some Tammy Taylor art. There's a lot of Tammy and Eric, and it's like, well, I love you too.
Yeah,
I just want Tammy back.
If you're an artist,
send us your work.
Draw a Tammy Taylor sketch so we can have it.
Yeah, with her crown.
I mean, obviously we pay, but like
absolutely,
we'd love to have it.
Artists, reach out.
Here.
I am very big on supporting
small businesses and small artists,
collaborating.
Hell yeah!
Send us your everything. Just send us your art.
Yeah,
we'd love to see it. Okay,
what are my predictions?
I want you to make predictions for season 2. There's only 15 episodes. I'm not giving you the title. And we return, this is for our listeners, we return on May 9th.
Yes.
So we're on a little hiatus where we'll be back recording May 3rd. So with that, What do you think's coming in season 2?
Season 2, Tammy's pregnant. She's a pregnant girl. Matt and I thought Niles was gonna fall off the chair. I think, as I predicted, since it's a shorter season, Coach will be at TMU. Tammy and Julie will be in Dillon. Things will progress with Matt and Julie, hopefully. Tammy, I guess eventually, I don't know, we're gonna make her have the baby in 15 episodes. I don't know if there's gonna be a time jump. Can we confirm or deny a time jump?
There is a time jump.
Okay. Oh, what's he doing? So time jump, maybe.
Like we don't pick up right where we left off.
Okay, so maybe summer has completely gone because we're at the end of the year. Oh wait, but then again, this is so confusing because football season is not like our normal football season, right? So like they're not ending in like November. Or right? I don't know. But Jason did say something about summer, like, oh, summer is approaching. So maybe summer is come and gone. We start up again. It's like they're doing their like the suicides on the field, and Coach Jason is helping Mac maybe because like who else is gonna step in because or we come in and a brand new young coach is there.
Oh, you think we're getting a new character?
Yeah, this is like I said, like Mighty Ducks 3 all over again. We're getting a new coach, and the boys are gonna be like, we don't like this coach, but then ultimately they respect him. And Jason is also going to be coaching. Things are gonna be weird because Lila, the situation of Lila, but also maybe Lila and Tyra have been hanging out a lot over the summer, so they're closer.
What do you think of Tyra and Landry?
I think Tandry is, which is a fun name to say. I think they are just going to keep developing friendship. Yeah. I don't think it's going to go romantic. The reason why I don't is because we keep going there with him and he not getting successful at any point. Like he's not even able to follow through with any of these romantic gestures he's doing.
Yeah. Okay.
While I would love to say it, I don't think there's romance. Maybe season 3. I'm just gonna throw it out. Maybe season 3.
All right.
This is my jumbled thoughts at like 9:00 at night on a Thursday.
That's good.
So as we know, Smash and Waverly, I guess, are done. Since Waverly's on the island, Smash is going to work really hard. Maybe this injury is going to affect how he's playing next season. Maybe we're going to get some new kids, some younger kids.
Where are we going with
Riggins needs to be doing something else. I mean, obviously playing football, but maybe we need like a little job. We need something to distract his mind from Jackie. I don't want him to do anything. But maybe he'll coach Pee Wee or something over the summer, and Bo will like get into it and something cute about that. I'm so like beyond lost. It could go so many different directions. And it does because it's the writer's strike and we have 15 episodes.
Correct. So, we shall see.
Look forward to that.
Yeah. All right. So before we end this podcast, we have football poetry corner. Snap.
It's hard to snap with one hand.
I know, but you know. State. The state championship is the crowning achievement for every football team who has poured their sweat and tears into the game since summer two-a-days. While the Panthers head off to state, Landry's mental state deteriorates as he has to deal with the Colette girls, Lila and Matt's grandma. Meanwhile, the state of Tammy's womb has changed for the next 9 to 10 months. Will that change the state of Coach's employment?
These cats tonight.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I mean,
Beautiful.
Maybe. I don't know. I still want to predict he's going.
You said he's going.
He's going.
But that was beautiful, Will.
Yes, always beautiful, Will.
Wrapped that up. This is the last episode of season 1 of Talkin Texas Forever. I'm so proud of us.
Me too.
Cheers to us.
Cheers. You want to cheers, Mike?
Yeah. Also, cheers to all of our patrons.
Hell yeah. I have you all on the list.
We want to shout out all of our Betties.
Here they come. Just gives me a second to open the drive. Okay, so we have Kendall, Michaela, Letitia, Logan, Teresa, Jessica, Ryan, Shanna, Rihanna, Emily, Victoria, Kristen, Emily, Chloe, Jillian, Sean, Michael, Jimmy, Ava, Jacqueline, Kiralee, Lisa, Alicia, Mallory, Will, Ashley, Angelina, Katie, Kimberly, Katie, Stephania, Debbie, Tevin, Britt, Jalen, Nolan, Sasha, Keely, Megan, Christopher, Acela, Lucy, Kate, Molly, Rob, Scott, Jennifer, Natalie, Kiana, Verena, and Evan.
Wow. You beautiful,
You all are the best.
beautiful people. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You really mean the world to us. You keep our network going. You fund us.
Literally. Quite literally.
All of our shows. If you're interested in supporting us, a little bit goes a long way. Patreon.com/Total Betty Podcast Network. You can see what we're all about, what we offer. Yeah.
Thank you to everyone who has supported us. Even just listens. You guys don't even know how much that means. The downloads are so important, and the Apple Podcast reviews have really helped us out, and we love reading them each week. So if you haven't already, plug. But in all seriousness, I truly can say that I am a fan of this show. I really am. It was the first season, and I know some craziness is gonna happen in the future, but I look forward to some more craziness with Michelle.
I feel like this is the least shit talking we've done on a
Absolutely. I feel like really confident and like no trolls yet. You know what I'm saying? The trolls will come, I'm sure.
What do you mean?
Like I knew this was gonna happen when I listened to this podcast. You hate on my favorite character, blah blah blah. I haven't hated on any of your
welcome the trolls. Listen, if the trolls come, that means we're doing something right.
That is what we have heard.
I truly believe that, and I get a kick out of it. Not that I'm saying, hey, troll us, but
no, please don't.
But this show,
it doesn't justify any trollness at the moment. It's so
there'll be some stuff
good.
To talk about.
I'm sure there will be.
Yeah.
I'm sure there will be.
Yeah.
So we'll be back. Our first recording episode will be May 3rd. So if you're a Patreon, come join us. We'll be chatting.
Yeah.
Or maybe not, because we're going to do also 3 Gossip Girls that week. So it's a 3 Gossip Girls week. Forget that. But it's coming back. If you're a fan of Gossip Girl and you haven't checked out 3 Gossip Girls pod, you have like a few weeks to catch up. It will take you no time at all.
That's right.
But we're starting season 6. So
yay, our last season.
Nearing the end of that show and podcast. And it's some exciting stuff.
It is. Thank you everyone for listening. We'll be back May 9th with season 2. Oh my gosh. And Aunt will be joining us too.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
What do you see, bud? What is that?
Yay.
Niles, what are you doing?
Here, wait, let me.
That's a wrap on season 1.
Wait, let me get a boom orang.
A boom. Orang. Orangutan.
Orangutan. You guys can watch us do behind the scenes stuff. Okay, ready? Yay. Cool. Thank you, ladies.
Thank y'all.
It
was a good episode.
It was.
Come here.
Have a happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Happy
and
Passover.
Peaster.
Yes, Peaster. Oh, I haven't said that all years.
Enjoy. Bye.
Yay.
How do I end this?
How do I end you?